Hey there, it's Matt Brown and you're watching Esports Go. We got some coverage of the Overwatch League and we start with our match of the day, the Seoul Dynasty battling the LA Gladiators. And I mean it when I say it was a battle. A Map 5 tiebreaker will decide the victor today. The Gladiators are able to take the objective first thanks to a stellar front line from Fischer's Reinhardt. He keeps the point in their control with a hammer down that incapacitates the Dynasty. The Gladiators pick off the stunned Dynasty members to keep the point. At 99%, the Dynasty are finally able to put the point back in their control. They have a long road ahead of them if they want to win in round 1. A few moments later, Fischer sneaks around behind the Dynasty and unleashes his ultimate. He only stuns one Dynasty member, but in the surprise attack, the Gladiators are able to take out 3 of the Dynasty players. This play sets up the Gladiators to take a win in round 1. In round 2 now, the Dynasty are in control first. Waki tries to get off a barrage to clear the point, but Bishu hunts him down and takes him out of the skies. The Dynasty are able to regain control, but the Gladiators' stall is insane. They are able to eke out 30% more before the Dynasty are able to take it back. It's coming down to the wire, but Big Goose brings the Lucio Boops to help take back the point for the Gladiators. It's all tied up, and Wakid is the last man standing. He goes for a barrage into the Gladiators, but he is killed instantly by Fischer. The Gladiators have done it. They take a 3-2 victory over the Dynasty. Oh, a great win for the Gladiators here. They've got a good shot at the stage playoffs if they keep this up. Fischer keeps showing us why he's the best transaction in the league. And yes, for the Dynasty, they were missing a piece, a big piece, with Fletter under the weather. But you know what? This was a tough loss. Either way, they have to bounce back, and we'll see if they can pick it back up later on. Moving on, we got the LA Valiant and the Dallas Fuel. Man, I said it was going to be a sneaky good match, and it was. A tied map means that we're all tied up on Route 66. Next point wins the day. The Valiant are on attack first, and Space is continuing to be an asset for the Valiant. He is in the thick of combat and disrupting the field perfectly. His plays help set up the Valiant for an easy push to the first checkpoint. The payload keeps moving in part thanks to some insane Widowmaker picks from Sood. He gets the elusive Tracer, the D-Mech on the Diva, and the reflecting Genji. He is unstoppable in his new role on the team. The last checkpoint is the same as the second. Sood sits in the back, putting damage on the fuel, while the rest of the team pushes on the payload in the front. The Valiant make it look easy. On the fuel's push, Bunny is getting work done as Tracer. His pulse bombs are on par, and he is getting tons of picks in the Fuel's back line. Mickey, by sheer willpower alone, is able to hold the cart for a staggering amount of time in overtime and push it through the first checkpoint. The Fuel are still alive. In the end, it comes down to Mickey's Diva versus Bunny's Tracer and Kareem Zenyatta. Mickey tries to stall for as long as he can, but it is not enough. He is taken down before reinforcements arrive. Effect stalls the point for a little bit longer, but the Valiant reinforcements have now arrived. It is too late. The Valiant take the map 4 win. Final score for the night, Valiant 2, Fuel 1. All right, so the Valiant take the win, but the Fuel put up a good fight. I think they're beginning to find the team compositions that work. For LA, they'll definitely be happy with extending their win streak to 4, but let's keep in mind that this match wasn't perfect, and they start next week against the LA Gladiators. All right, let's take a look back at the Shock versus the Dragons, 2 teams that really need a win. It is all tied up after halftime. A win here puts either team in a good position for map 4. The Dragons struggle in round 1 though, due to the lack of a good fire player. Architect is able to bully the Dragons off the point. The Shock are able to control it first. The Dragons are not able to take the point for themselves until the Shock already passed 90%. Their dive forces the Shock to retreat. The Shock gain back control, but the Dragons hold it in overtime. Otto goes for a barrage onto the Shock, but he is instantly counter-barraged by Architect. The rest of the Dragons are cleared out. The Shock take round 1. The map is in a constant tug of war for the first portion. The Shock are really able to get ahead though thanks to Architect's Widowmaker. The Dragon's Widowmaker player Dia is helpless to stop him. The Shock are able to maintain the point due to some aggressive plays from Sinatra. He hunts down retreating and hiding Dragon's members and takes them out to stall their assault. In overtime, the two teams are trying to bully each other off the point. The kills go in favor of the Shock though, thanks to an uncontested Widowmaker on the high ground. The Shock win map 3 and will go on to win map 4. Final score of the night, Shock 3, Dragons 1. Okay, so San Francisco able to fend off Shanghai, but boy, that first half went back and forth. 3 out of the 4 maps overall were decided by only 1 point. Hopefully that's a good note to build off of for Shanghai because they've only won 3 maps out of their last 40. Okay, now let's bring it to everyone's favorite segment, the Heroes and Zeros. My hero for tonight is the one and only Fisher of the Los Angeles Gladiators. The question is asked after every Gladiators match, can Fisher do it all? And the answer last night against the Seoul Dynasty was an obvious yes. This man is a consistent rock for the Gladiators. Now, moving to the zero, well, we've decided to keep it positive. No zero for today. So, let's take a quick break. Stay right here. It's Esports Go. Hey, welcome back. Let's take a look at today's Overwatch League matches. First up, it's the London Spitfire and the Philadelphia Fusion. They're leading it off in a good day. Good matchup here. You can really watch this match just to witness Carpe of the Fusion going at it against Birdring of the Spitfire, 2 really good offensive players who are game changers when they're at their best. Alright, next it's the New York Excelsior and the Houston Outlaws. Before Thursday, I would have predicted XL hands down, but then they dropped their Thursday match against Boston, and I am really interested to see if that was just a blip on their radar or if something is actually wrong. Houston, a good team to measure this against. And rounding out the night, the Florida Mayhem and the Boston Uprising. Like I just said, Boston just knocked off the top dog. Now they're coming up for a Florida team that struggled out of the Stage 3 gate. Okay, take it all in, have a fun weekend. I'm done for now. Be sure to check out our website, challengemedia.tv, for all your latest gaming news. Also check out and follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. This is Esports Go. We'll see you next time.